Hello Internet, Jojo here, and in One Piece episode 1017, Roronoa Zoro launched an attack that it was so powerful that it managed to not only cut Kaido, but also slice one of the mountainside's horns of Onigashima, launching it into the sky. Now, I've calculated this previously, but that was a good bit of time before the anime actually showed this feat, and before I decided to recalculate the size of Onigashima, so let's go. Last time I calculated Onigashima's size, I used many different comparisons. I compared the sunny to this island, to this lantern, to the skull's eye, to the island itself. But as you can see, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do in hindsight, but it was what I had to do at the time. However, after I discovered these grid squares, my method of finding the island size has changed, and it's so much easier now. Kind of like trying to walk on your hands for your entire childhood, but then realize, oh wait, I have legs. It's kind of like that. Now, as we talked about a few times before, these grid squares are generally segmented into 1 kilometer, 10 kilometer, 100 kilometer, and also 100 meters are in there as well. But the 1 kilometer square is by far the most common and the one that we have used the most. So, taking this map and counting pixels, we find that Onigashima is over 7 kilometers wide. This is not as large as what we had previously calculated before, but I do think it is much more accurate as it requires far less guesswork, and guesswork is the cause of most mistakes when kind of doing this thing. So using this, we can find the diameter of the cut horn is about 0.9433 kilometers, over 10 times the length of an American football field. This horn, following its curve, is 3.29 kilometers, resulting in a volume of 768 million square meters and a mass of 1.459 billion kilograms. This is about 10 times the height and like 4 times the weight of, the Empire State Building in New York. This means that Onigashima has taller buildings, way less violence, and it's not near as cold in the winter as New York. That's a bit of a sidetrack, let's move on. This horn is massive, and Zoro's cut sends it nearly 3.55 kilometers in the air, significantly higher than any of the highest buildings in the world. Now, as to how long it took to reach that height, it's a bit difficult to tell. You see, because of these background worthy frames, as I'll call them, we never see the exact moment that the horn gets cut. However, this cut takes the persona of an Eastern style dragon, and we do see that dragon take a bite, and that bite must be the moment that this cut happened. From the moment the screen goes red, which is the dragon's teeth snapping closed, to when it reaches its proper height is 0.25 seconds. This means that this horn must have reached a speed of 6,827 miles per hour before slowing and falling down. Accounting for acceleration, about 13,000 meters per second squared, the force that this produced displaced over about 3.55 kilometers, and we find this attack would yield a power of about 16.25 gigatons of TNT. This is considerably less than what we calculated before, so sad. But we're not ending here, as this cut also, cut this horn, and would have cut everything along its 5.84 kilometer path. Taking the sheer strength of bone, the material the horns are made of, and we can find that this cut would require about 36 trillion newtons of force. This is the equivalent of being hit in the face by, I don't know, something big. I really don't want to find something else to use as a comparison, but it's really powerful. So, displacing this much force by the distance the attack reached, and we get an energy of 210 quadrillion joules, or about, get this, 50 megatons of TNT.
Ooh, that's kind of small. Yikes.
Adding these two numbers together, we get a total energy of 16.3 gigatons. This is about 326 times greater than the most powerful bomb ever. So while this is not a particularly top tier feat in the world of One Piece, it's definitely worth calculating. So, as usual, thanks for watching. Remember, if you like this content, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like, and leave a comment telling me what you think. See you next time, guys. Jojo, out.
Drink up me hearty Joe.